she's probably closer to about a 6.5. So if I was her, I was going to just not to ruin her hair, not to use peroxide. She's never colored her hair. I would use a 7N with K35. It wouldn't be completely covering the white, so she'd still get the reflect, but she'd completely take that grayish tone out, which won't do anything for her eyes. So what it would do is just give her a blanket of her natural color, and this would just look like highlights without having to do anything, root to end. Would you be wanting to do that? And you'll see what I'm talking about. There's what I do, but all this does is the lightness of her hair and where this is, all I'm seeing is a jaw. It's all I'm seeing is a jaw. I know this isn't a cutting, this is coloring too, okay? I just throwing this cut in really quick. So, now I want to take a look at you. Back. Yep. We're going to go this way. Is this water?
Yes.
Okay. So, again, if I was going to do this with color, I would put the blonde in here. I'd put either, if I was just going to go straight color, I'm going to use her highlights for that. Doing one color on her. I'm going to use her highlights from what she has to give me that pop where I need it. Okay? That's why it's great about, who was it when you said you cut it because you're going to waste the color. So, I'm going to take a look at this. I want cheekbones. So if I was going to color her with the high lift, I would turn around and go like this, zigzag it, and this will all be dark. Why do I zigzag? Dark, light, dark, light, dark, light. You're not going to see a line. Okay? But she's got so much bleach on the top, we're going to get that anyhow. But I'm just giving you some ideas. The ideas is you start looking at clients not as a root touch-up, as we need to change you up a little bit. You know, we need to, you know, if I was going to say, oh, I do one I call pockets. She's got her kind of hair. If you do foil, she looks like she's too light, and then all you see is this fine hair. So what I do is I do a level 7 on her, all over, and then I'll just take this with the color on. It's already colored, and I'll take about this much of her ends, and I'll put a little bit in the pocket in a foil, punch it up, put it off to the side. And I do it with this type of hair at least 2 inches away. You do too much, now you've got too much color. And I only do around the perimeter of her hair. Because she's flatter like this, so I do it, her crown's a little bit even flatter, so I will go 1, 1, 1. So there's my perimeter there. Because then I look and I go, okay, those tips will end right here, and then the dark automatically comes in. And by what? 5 minutes of doing some strategically little placements. And you know how much was that? $28 more. Plus tax, so it came to $32 more. Okay, so let's say 30 bucks more for pockets and you didn't even do foil. Do you see what and that's what I'm saying about this color. Because there's so much concentrated color, and I know I shouldn't be telling you this, but I will turn around and I will paint. I'll turn around and do a color, and it's a red, and I just need a little bit of brightness of the face, and I'll take a toothbrush, and I'll take a little bit of the toothbrush, because it's a brush, and I'll pick it up, and I go, I just want it to stop there. And then I'll pick this line up, and I'll go, oh, okay, I'm just going to come a little bit over there. It's been processing for 15 minutes. I need about a level and a half lift, and I don't want to put a toner on. Remember, I'm the laziest hair colorist in the world. So do I have time to go and go, woo, you know, I'm going to rinse this off, and then, woo, we're going to put this in? No. Halfway through the processing, depending on what level I'm dealing with, if I'm dealing with a deep, I would turn around and leave it on a little longer, but 15 to 10 minutes late, I'll just, like that, I get the same tone, so it looks like I put a toner on, and I get the tips where I need it. Or like that, around the edges, I'll take my fingers and I'll go like this, and I will just tap. Talk about drawing. Remember, I'm trying to say color is like drawing and painting. So think about it. That's how easy this is. So really quick, I need volume. I'm not going to really explain much. Yeah, you're going, oh. You just work around.
She's trying not to scream.
Yeah, she is. Be afraid, be very afraid. There we go, crown's done. Ah, we're gonna get your curl back. Here we go. There we go. Okay.
Yeah, I think you are.
You're gonna get more hair. Now, I know this isn't, I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I just, you know, if you guys want, we can just do a 10-minute break, or if you want to sit there, whatever you want to do. Because the next one will be, and even, I would like you guys to feel the color when I'm going to apply it. I want you to get your hands in it to see about how much coverage and how you can feel, okay? Because there's actually, I know this is going to sound terrible, but there's a feeling on overprocessed hair that becomes almost a, I'm supposed to be cutting and talking at the same time, is it gets a, it almost feels like it's a barrier, like a beaver's pelt. Because the cuticle is so short that it has that stretched out like that trampoline, okay? And when I get that feeling of it, I muck it. I take my fingers, and you'll see what I'm talking about because we're going to have to do that here. You don't happen to have any water, do you? A glass from the tap? Yes. Anything? I'm getting a little parched. So, I just got to get into her wave pattern here. Sorry, my back. I just need to see it. There we go. Oh, sweet. Now you're afraid because that means I can talk more. See why Mark said 4 hours is going to be plenty. Ah, look at that. We're going to have hair again. We're going to have good hair. Yes. And do you see now what I'm saying is I'm cutting it. I got to tell you the truth. I cut first. Every head I do, I cut first. Why? Because how do I place the color? How do I get the ideas going? I change my mind in the middle of a cut because the hair is telling me something. Or it goes to a different, oh, I love it, that whisk going out there. Oh, well, why don't we just tip it? So how can I do that when I color her first? I know that's just me. That's just me. But what I do is, that's why I call it kind of the color cutting. Because, you know, I'm changing, like I'm going to get this one, but I'm changing my mind on some of her hair because once I wet her hair, it's telling me things, right? Right? It's telling me. So I'm going, okay, look at this curl in here. She's got a bigger curl at the bottom. Her curl at the bottom is this big. I thought it's all going to be here. This is this big. Look at this. So that changes the whole dynamics. So how would I know that if it's dry? Right? You wouldn't. And you know, and now they're using, well, I don't have to tell you guys, you know, the smoothing serums and the flat ironing and you know, all of the products. How do you know what's going under? So I'm old school, is you gotta clean it to see what kind of pellet you have. Now I'm cutting it to see what pellet I have. And now I'm creating my picture, except it's got a lack of color. So it's like you're drawing of a picture, you draw first, right? And then you do the shading. And that's